Hello and welcome back to Bute Road. Thanks for joining us again, and today we're going to concentrate on the Fiddle Yard. There's not a lot to show on the Fiddle Yard, so it's going to be a short video, but I'm hoping to show some other bits and maybe even a little bit of running in the Fiddle Yard before we finish. So this is where we're at. We're coming around the corner from the station area. So the station is there, it will come round, disappear into the Fiddle Yard around about here somewhere. So this is now all Fiddle Yard. There's going to be a spur along the back which will just take probably a single car DMU 153 unit, and then we've got the crossover there so that the China Clay branch can work both the up and down lines, and then we've got 3 lines each way for the main up and down lines. So the clockwise lines, you've got 1, 2 and 3, and then the anti-clockwise 1, 2 and 3, and then we've got 5 dead end sidings. They will go all the way to the end. I've got to get some more lengths of track just to finish that off, but they will come down to the baseboard joint here, which will give me good lengths, and that will be really dedicated to the China Clay branch so that I can bring trains straight in and out from there. There's another short spur going to come off from the point at the back here, and that's going to go back into the corner, and again it will take probably a 2-car DMU, something like that. So there's a few bits of track still to get, probably about another 3 yards or 4 yards, but I'm quite pleased with the way the Fiddle Yard looks. All we've got to do now is put some wires into it and test it. There will be point motors put in later on, but I'm not doing those just at the moment. I'll probably use the Pico above baseboard motors. They'll go down the side of here, and I'm hoping I've left enough room in other places to be able to put them in as well. But if not, it's not a big issue. I can work it manually. It would just be nice to later on to put motors on the points. So let's go and get some wiring done. So the Fiddle Yard is now wired up. Just put some locos on there to test it, and some new stock arrived this morning. Some clams and ruds arrived with ballast loads, so I've got to sort those out, and there's some MOAs arrived as well, and whoops, falling over stuff here. So I've got 2 MOAs, and they'll go with other modern image wagons, so I can start filling the yard up soon and emptying my stock boxes, so that's going to be good. One other arrival this morning was the signals that I'll need for the lid for the layout. So I've got 2 starters for the anti-clockwise and 2 for the clockwise, and the junction signal will go down on the approach anti-clockwise into the yard. So I'm looking forward to getting all those wired up, and they'll go onto the control panel, and that will give me some nice scenic operation to be able to see the trains actually drive into the signals. I also meant to say that all my stock will be KD fitted, so I fitted KD couplings to the wagons between the locomotive, the end of the locos at the number 2 end will all have KDs, and I've tried the longest wagons, and with a number 20 KD on, they go around the curve, the tightest curve at the end. Might even get away with a 19, but I'll experiment with that later on once I've got things up and running properly. So now, coming out from this end of the Fiddle Yard, I've cut the track and made the curve. I've rested it up out of the way at the moment, and I've just laid the cork in position. That's all numbered and stuck down. Next we'll lay the track. Okay, I've now wired up the end board, and I've done a simple plug there again so I can take the end board away from the main board, and we're just going to try now 66040 with just 3 Put the ballast wagons on, a couple of clams and a rod, and let's just see how far it goes. I'm hoping it'll go all the way almost around, apart from the door section. This is genuinely the first test as well, because I haven't even done a dummy run to see if it works, so if it all fails, it fails. It's failed. Right, find out why. Point blade, so that's easily sorted. That's no problem at all. So obviously up here I've got a point blade that needs sorting out. These videos are warts and all, which is why I don't mind showing. If I've got a problem like that, I'll show it, and it just lets people know that, you know, I don't get it right every time, and we can all either make mistakes or not do things properly, you know. So there we go. Again, this door section, this section here will come out. It's only plug and play, and that will come out. And wires overhanging behind me here, so I'm just moving them out of the way. I've got a loco ready to test the other way as well in a minute, so we'll just see if this one goes around. So apart from one point where the blade wasn't going over properly, I think we can call that pretty much a success. I'll stop it just over here, because once we're on this other board we know where we are. There we go. Turn the sound off on that one, we don't want too many running at the same time. There we go. So, and this has also got a special light unit inside, so it's got different lights. So all nice and sweet over the board joins, and that board join's been in and out several times where the boards have been turned over. This will be another good test, because I haven't done this bit before. I just followed my stool. and again yeah, dirty point blade there. So again, they're second-hand points those, so that's why they're like that. And a piece of wood at the end to stop me going too far. Well, there we go. A couple of issues to sort out, mainly in the where there's a couple of dirty point blades from the second-hand points. That's no problem, I can sort that out. And the next job now will be to do the door section, and then we've got a complete circuit running. Now the door section, what I'm going to do, no, I'm not going to tell you. I'll wait until the next video and let you watch it and see. It's something a bit different. So I'll join you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching now. Bye.